حضن المسيح محمدا ودم السماء توقد يتلوك أنت الفدا ولك الفدا خاب الذين على المدى خلوك ستثور بك الأباء وتموت بك الطغاة وتعود لك الحياة فإذا العروبة أشرقت وتصهينت وتأمركت نأتيك بفوارس الله ابشري ومن اليهود تحرري نفديك فستنكسر الحدود.
Assalamualaikum guys. I just wanted to talk to you guys about these videos you might be seeing on the internet, and you might have some questions about what's going on or what happened. We just got back from Demetres, which is a dessert cafe. It's in Oakville. We went to the Oakville location. It's in Ontario, Canada. I took my kids, my family, and some of my hijabi friends. We just wanted to have some dessert, just have a night out, you know how people go out. The servers at that location did not want to take our order. They asked us to leave the restaurant. And if we didn't leave the restaurant, they said they will call the cops, which they did, because we didn't want to leave because we were Muslim and they didn't want to take our order. I can't believe I'm even saying this. My mouth is dry, by the way. I can't even talk properly right now because I can't believe this is happening. I'm so heartbroken. I'm so shattered. I used to walk really, really proud in the streets of my country, or the country that I live in right now, being a hijabi, living my life, and not thinking what people have to say. But after going to a public restaurant just to have some food, especially with a baby, I was told to leave along with my hijabi friends and my family because we were Muslim and we were hijab. This is so disgusting. I'm going to mention the name of that guy, the man who worked there. I think he was Asian or something, and the girl was white. Her name was Jessica, and the guy's name was Joseph, if they're being honest about their names. They asked us to leave, and I just want to make sure that this does not happen to anyone, because if this could happen to me, this could happen to you or anyone that you know. And I want to make sure that people know the power of social media and the power of religion. No matter what religion you are, religion is so strong. I just want to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone again. So I want you guys to go to Google, write Demetres Oakville, go to reviews and write whatever review you want, but make sure it's a 1-star. And I want you guys to write #stop islamophobia, because inshallah, it gets to the right person, and the people that have treated us like this, they do not have these jobs because they don't deserve these jobs, and they do not do that to anyone ever again. Because I've had food at Demetres before and it's never happened to me. But if it has started happening and taken, this is not the first time someone has written something like this. So if you guys go read the reviews, this has happened before. We just want to make sure it doesn't happen again. So go to Demetres Oakville location on Google, go to reviews and write your review. Let's just make sure nobody goes there ever again. Thank you so much for listening. And I just pray that this does not happen to you.
Assalamu alaikum, beautiful people. I'll be explaining everything with facts, so make sure you watch this video till the end. I've been on social media since 2012, and in the last 9 years, I have never talked about a brand like this publicly. And honestly, I had no intentions of doing so. But after what we experienced that night, I really wanted to share everything with you guys. Now, I want to clarify that I've been to Demetres plenty of times in the past. As a matter of fact, in the past, it was my favorite dessert place to go to. I have never experienced racism. I have never experienced any Islamophobia in the past. And I celebrated my wife's birthday party at Demetres.
Happy birthday to you.
We were a group of 11 people that arrived at Demetres around 11:05 p.m. Now keep in mind that this group consisted of 3 hijabis, a 10-year-old and an 18-month-old baby. Muhammad, our friend, his mom Fatima wanted to treat us. So she got in the line She even got a text message while we waited in the rain for our table to be ready. The timing of this message is very important because some staff members and people claim that we walked in 10 minutes before closing, which is incorrect. So you can see from the timing of this message when we started waiting for our line. Shortly after, we were directed to the table. Even when we were denied service, it was still 11:36 p.m. We were promised a booth. A group of teens who were not Muslims came after us and they were given the booth. We were offered 2 tables, which we gladly took. They were right next to each other, and we asked a staff member, not Jessica, that staff member was wearing a red or a maroon sweater, if we can organize them together because we had kids and family with us. And she said, sure, that's not a problem. Now I want you to listen to this clip where my wife mentions this to another staff member at the counter.
She said, I don't think it's a problem, and we started moving them, and that man is like, we can't eat here anymore. Does that sound?
After we moved the tables with permission, Jessica came over and asked us who gave you permission to move these tables. So we pointed towards the staff member and she said, well, you have to ask a supervisor. As a customer, we can go into a restaurant and ask anybody that works there. We're not going to be asking, hi, can you please direct us to a supervisor so we can move our tables? If a staff member agrees, we are obviously going to move the table. Now at this point, Jessica mentions these people that were sitting about 4 to 5 feet away from us that look, they're very uncomfortable. At that point, those people turned out to be fans. So they replied to Jessica by saying, no, we're not uncomfortable. We love their videos.
Hello guys, I'm making this video to let you guys know my part of what happened at Sunday at the Demetres Oakville. I was there already when Sham entered with his family. I mean, the staff told them that the customers have the problem with the way they are sitting over there, and I was the only customer around them. I was sitting to their left and I had no problem and on the right there was no one. So I don't know what the staff issue was, because if a family is out there to have a good time, it's the staff's responsibility to let them have a good time, have what they want, serve them, and like they served me. But I don't see a reason why they did not serve him, because the customer had no problem.
To this, Jessica replied, well, you have to move the tables back. So we agreed and said, can you please find us a longer table so all of us can sit together? She agreed and left. While waiting peacefully, I even recorded a video of my wife and baby.
Sierra? Sierra's upset because she just woke up from her nap.
Yeah, she just woke up.
What happened?
You can see from this video that we have already turned the tables and we are sitting separately in a group of 6 and a group of 5. At this point, while sitting at the table and waiting for our big table to be available, many of my family members took their masks. And to be honest, every single person that was at the restaurant while they were sitting at their tables, they had taken their masks off. After waiting for a little bit, we asked the supervisor if our bigger table was ready. So he directed us to a table that was closer to the door, the entrance of Demetres, but that table was still dirty. He says, go over there, I'll get the table cleaned up for you. So now we're waiting at this table, waiting for it to be cleaned so we can order our food. And Joseph comes and hands us a card and says, we have the right not to serve you. Call our manager tomorrow and you need to leave the restaurant. To be honest, we were a little confused at this point as to what just happened. So we went to the counter and asked, what exactly went wrong? Why did you guys not want to serve us?
She said, I don't think it's a problem, and we started moving them, and that man is like, we can't eat here anymore. Does that sound? It's exactly.
At this point, another staff member that was just making something at the back, I don't know if a milkshake or something, just passed a comment. It's always their kind causing the issue. I'll be very frank with you. At this point, I became very upset when I heard that. I pulled out the camera and started recording. Now I want you to closely listen to this clip.
I'm not talking comfortable.
They don't feel comfortable serving us because she's wearing a hijab?
Yeah.
So is that...
Can you record?
Yeah, I'm recording. You guys, what exactly did we do?
We have a baby with us.
What exactly did we do? Can you please tell us what did we do?
I'm going to have to ask you guys to leave.
After this, the supervisor and Jessica started ignoring us. And here's another video of me standing at the counter while they don't even acknowledge me. We asked another staff member why we were asked to leave when we didn't do anything. This is the same clip I played for you guys early. Listen closely.
She said, I don't think it's a a problem, and we started moving them, and that man is like, we can't eat here anymore. Does that sound?
So they're calling this miscommunication. At this point, they had already called the police, so the police arrived. They informed us that as of February 2021, any restaurants can ask any customers to leave without giving them a reason, as long as it's not racism. And we said, well, this is racism. Look exactly what happened. And they said, you know, it's going to be very hard for you to prove that. So we recommend you go home, call the manager tomorrow and take it up with them. And they also made a joke that, well, you probably don't want to eat here because they're going to spit on your food. At this point, to be honest, I was very upset. My family was very upset. But I told them to just stay calm. Let's not create a fuss. We'll go home, I'll take this up on social media, and we'll get them justice. This isn't a case of COVID-19 or miscommunications. We were there. We saw that Jessica and others felt very uncomfortable when they were dealing with the two hijabi girls, my wife and Mohammed's mom Fatima, who were dealing directly with them. There was even another hijabi woman present at that time, but she did not deal with staff members that we had dealt with. Look, my wife is hijabi. We've been to Demetres plenty of times. My mom is a hijabi. We've been to Demetres in the past, and I'm sure a lot of hijabi girls have gone there. But it all depends on who you're dealing with. This isn't the first time that this restaurant experienced customer service issues. You can look at the reviews for the past few years and you can see again and again a lot of people complain about service issues. After Demetres made a public post, I was the first one to email them telling them that I would like to help with this investigation so we can come to a conclusion, because in the past I have never had this experience. All we asked was an apology and just a promise to the community that this won't happen again. And to all the people who were not there, or to all the people that may not have had this first-hand experience, don't make comments on this, because Islamophobia does exist. Look what happened in London, Ontario. So we experienced it firsthand. Obviously, I wasn't recording the whole time I was there, but I have the recordings to prove my point. Thank you for listening. Thank you to all the people that have sent us love. Allah Hafiz.